Hello everybody, my name is Ratnos and welcome to another quick video about a 9.1 change. This is about gearing, PvP gearing to be specific. In 9.0, PvP gearing was often thought of as superior to PvE gearing because it offered a lot of nice benefits, letting you choose specific pieces, using a currency to buy your pieces, easily upgrading your items, although it did cost a lot of honor, so that was something that people did complain about. And getting up to very high item level across your whole character, especially once you were multiple months into the patch, you could do it in a single week, which was not something that you could come close to doing in Raid or with your legendaries from Torghast. And you kind of could from M+, although Valor really is a lot worse than the Conquest Honor gearing system for the purposes of getting a bunch of 226s on your character really fast in 9.0. So what are they doing in 9.1? In 9.1, PvP items are returning to a WOD style system, which means that the gear will have a different item level. The same item will have a different item level based on whether or not you're in PvP combat. So every PvP item will gain 13 item levels in PvP, but the baseline item level is reduced by 6 items. So a comparison using current item levels, and obviously next patch everything is going to be 26 item levels higher, is that right now a duelist, for instance, gets to have the 226 items for all the content that they do. With the new system, they will have 220 effectively. The next patch is equivalent to 220 items outside of PvP combat, but they will scale up to 233, which is very good in PvP. Though that will be better than Mythic Raid items instead of equivalent to them, although they're already better because they're verse heavy and PvPers love versatility. But they will be a lot better than Mythic Raid items in PvP, and a little bit worse, but not much worse, a little bit worse in PvE. All the other levels are affected accordingly, and it looks like as well for elite weapons, which are currently 233, equal to Sire Denathrius weapons, they will be 227, so slightly better, one item level better than the Sun King weapon or whatever in PvE, but way better, and actually better than the Sire Denathrius weapons in PvP, better than the Sylvanas Windrunner weapons in PvP. I think this is a really good way to handle this. I think that PvP gear, unlike in WoD, will still be good in PvE. It will still be good. If you can get your character to Duelist in particular and get 220s across the board, that will still be good. I mean, that last season, getting to Rival for 220s was still good. So it will be worse than it was in 9.0, but it will still be worthwhile, particularly if you can get the heroic equivalent gear out of Rival or the heroic and a half gear out of Duelist, right? Halfway between heroic and mythic. From Duelist, and the elite weapons will continue to be good. Those will be on par with anything you could get out of the raid until you kill the last boss, where you will find an item that's better in PvE. But this will reduce the effect where if you're trying to do dungeons, right? If your goal is to do dungeons and you're like, I want to gear up for dungeons, now the answer will be more, okay, you can do dungeons and get gear for dungeons that will be fine, and less, okay, do PvP for a couple weeks and you will have 6 item levels better than you could from doing dungeons. A problem remains with dungeons that you can't Valor upgrade that many pieces, nearly as much as you can Honor upgrade PvP pieces, right? You can upgrade any PvP piece, you buy it with Conquest, then Honor, there's no cap for how much you can earn, and so just with spamming a lot of Battlegrounds, you can upgrade a piece, you can upgrade your pieces there, whereas with Valor, you use the same, you use the high-level currency, right, the Conquest equivalent to upgrade the items, which means that bringing items all the way up to, halfway between Heroic and Mythic is something you can only do a couple of times, especially early in the season. So that's something that I think I would love to see them address. But I think that this change to the PvP system is a great way to go about addressing the PvP model while still rather than nerfing it into the ground because it's better than the other systems. I think this is a really good way to preserve it and preserve the good things about it while minimizing the incentive to do it if you don't want to PvP. So that is my take on this. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I'll link this article as well so you can look at all the charts as well and everything and become familiar with these new numbers. I don't know, if you're like me, looking at new item levels, it always takes a little bit to adjust. So I'm still going to be thinking about 226s rather than 252s until we're well into next patch. But here's the chart for that. And of course, article in the description below. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, check out my Twitch stream, twitch.tv/Ratnos. Check out the other videos in this series. And thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.